The first question we have this evening is from Sharad from Amsterdam. I feel his question is rather relative to people in society today. He says, how can we keep believing in God in every situation, be in good or in bad times?
Look, Sharad, it's very clear that belief has to be unconditional. If belief keeps changing, it's an idea and not a belief. Belief has to be unshakable, immovable. Once you are clear that you are you, you never stop being you. If I show you your own picture of when you were 5 years old, and I asked you, you'll say, yeah, this is me. When you are 12, and the picture, the face, everything is different. It's still you. If you're 25, your mind has changed. Your living style has changed. You are doing work, a job, no longer a student. Still, you'll say, this is you. And that you, even if you have money, it's still you. If you don't have money, it's you. If you are strong, it's you. If you are weak, it's you. You are you, and that is unchanging, and you are clear in your heart. Just as you have this strong belief in your own identity, it's unshakable and it's immovable. So belief in God has to be unshakable. It's not dependent on good times or bad times. Just like the sun, we believe in the sun even when it shines and even when it's covered with clouds, we still believe in the sun. Even when it sets, you don't think that the sun has disappeared and it's no longer there. You still believe in the sun. So should be with God, that our faith in God has to remain immovable, unshakable, and not dependent on your own circumstances. Otherwise, it's not a belief, it's just an idea. And this is not something that I'm saying or pulling out a leaf from a scripture. It's a fact. Our devotees of the past have lived it. Look at the life of Prahlad, the great devotee. He was a very strong, firm believer in God, Lord Vishnu. And even from this young age, despite being born in a family which was not spiritual at all, and his father not just denied, not just defied, but he actually made sure that Prahlad in any circumstances would not continue with the name of Lord Vishnu. Yet, little as he was, his faith and belief in God was huge, unshakable. We know the story that he was thrown off the mountaintop, but he survived that. He was taken to the jungle before the most ferocious animals, but he survived that. His own aunt sat with him in fire so that Prahlad would be burnt, but he came out unscathed. But the climax of the test was that his father, Hiranyakashipu, he was so exasperated, so tired of Prahlad continuing this bhajan bhakti of Lord Vishnu, that once, just to test his faith, to test his belief, he asked him, Prahlad, is your God anywhere? He said, he's everywhere. He said that he's in this ant. Yes, he is. He's in the trees. He is. He's here, there, everywhere. He said he's everywhere. There is not a single ounce or a single atom in this universe where God doesn't reside. Mocking him, Hiranyakashipu said, well, is he in this pillar? And Prahlad smiled. He says, my God is in that pillar. To actually scare Prahlad off, to actually push him to the wall and force him to deny that God can't be in this, he heated up that pillar. And it was not just red hot, it was technically burning with fire. And then he said that, is your God in this pillar? And Prahlad smiled and said, yes, Father, my God is in that pillar. So now was the time for testing. If he's in that pillar, then embrace that pillar. Hoping that Prahlad would be burnt to ashes. Before he could even force him, Prahlad, with sheer faith and belief, unshakable belief, he hugged and embraced that pillar, and that pillar split open, and Lord Nrsi came out of that pillar and ended the life of Hiranyakashipu. That part is not important in what I'm trying to establish here. I'm trying to say faith and belief are unchanging in any condition, in any situation. If your faith and belief in God remains stable, unchanging, then God will embrace you in any and every situation. So when you ask me that how could I sustain faith in good times and also bad times, if it's belief and faith, good times or bad times don't matter. They are both times. And such is the faith that we should keep. Our Paramhansas have kept that faith. All the great sadhus who have nourished our satsang have nursed that faith. And our Guru Hari, Pramukh Sai Maharaj and Mahant Sai Maharaj really emphasize that faith and belief should be rock hard, rock solid, unchanging. And when you have that faith, then this question will not even arise. Have faith and things will happen.